Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, what's standing next to me, it's actually a quite popular mode of transportation in Ireland. So it's basically an electric scooter, or what's the thing it's called?
It's also called as a Segway.
Segway. Okay, so it's also called Segway, and this is my friend Aditya, and the scooter is actually his. And so in this video, we will be talking about how this thing is and his experience on doing this and why this thing is so popular in Ireland. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So first of all, Aditya, could you please share like what exactly are the specifications of this Ninebot Segway electric scooter?
Okay, the scooter is basically powered by an electric motor and it has a top speed of 25 kilometers per hour. The Segway itself has three different modes, what we call as economy mode, a standard mode and a sports mode. Now each of these modes has a different maximum limit to which the Segway will run, and in most cases the distance that the Segway can run is also dependent on the type of mode and the weight of the rider.
Okay, so secondly, how many kilometers can it travel on a single charge?
The distance is actually it's dependent on the type of mode that you are using, but if you are using the economy mode, which is the lowest speed, it can go as far as 35 kilometers on a single charge.
Okay.
And that is if you are using just the scooter itself. If you have an additional battery pack, that increases the distance that it can travel.
Great. And like how exactly is the charging, like how many hours will it take to charge it full time?
For all the time that I have used, I have seen that overnight charging works.
Okay.
Even from 0 to 100, it takes around 8 hours. So once in the evening when the charge is over, you can just plug it in and the next morning it will be fully ready to go.
Okay, so this one is a base model, right?
Yeah, it
Okay,
is.
so what are the basic features that's available on this model?
So the basic thing is that every Segway will have a holographic display which shows the speedometer and the battery level of the scooter.
Okay.
And in addition, it will have an acceleration button. It has a brake button. The good thing about this Segway is that it has two brakes.
Okay.
One is on the handlebar, which is the front brake, and the second one is on the cover of the back wheel, which if pressed acts as a secondary brake.
Okay, that's handy.
Yeah. And then it also has the light. It has a backlight as well, which activates when lit, as you can see.
Perfect, yeah.
And if you see on the back also, the backlight is lit.
Okay.
And you can even customize this using your phone. There is the Segway application, which allows you to customize the Segway and some of its extra features.
Great. And this one is a reflector.
Yes, you have the reflector at the front and a small red reflector at the back as well.
Back as well.
And on the sides also you have a couple of them to ensure that you are always seen on the road.
Great, great. Now let's talk about convenience. So how convenient is it, like for the traveling purposes?
Oh, it is actually very convenient. You can fold this thing such that it fits into the luggage compartment of, let's say, the train or any bus. It's actually quite easy to do it. You have this locking mechanism at the bottom, which when you just press on it, it easily gets folded up and locked on the back wheel. And this is how it looks.
Oh, that's good.
So it's very easily transportable, and you can easily lift it and keep it in a secure location.
Now let's talk about the most important part, the pricing. So how exactly does it price? And I think it's an additional fitting, the battery.
Yeah.
So could you please explain like the pricing?
Right. The pricing range, there are a couple of models and brands available on the market, but the general range runs from 400 to 500 euros for the basic model.
Okay.
Which by basic model I mean with speeds up to 25 kilometers. I am not sure about it, but I believe there are more powerful and stronger models in the market as well.
Great.
So this particular Segway, I got it on offer because the shop where I bought it, they were having an offer for the Segway and this additional battery pack.
Okay.
But in most cases, all you will get is the Segway, and this battery pack comes for an additional around 200-250 euros.
Okay, so for the basic cycle, it will be for
It comes in the range of around 400 to 500 euros.
400 to 500 euro. And this additional battery, it will be 200.
200, yes. 200 to 250 euros.
So it will be around 600 price range altogether.
Altogether, yes.
Altogether.
But for most cases, you don't really need the extra battery pack.
Uh-huh.
The basic model is usually more than enough. But again, that is dependent on your consumption.
Okay.
If, for example, you are using it in a city-like area where you need to ensure that your speeds are reasonably high,
Uh-huh.
and supposing you're riding on the road, then in those cases it would make sense to have an extra battery pack, because the Segway itself would lose power.
Okay.
If you're running at 25 kilometers per hour, it will consume a lot of energy.
Okay. Yeah.
At the same time, if you are using it on the sidewalk, let's say, with a lower range, then it is possible that it can last. You don't need the additional battery pack.
Great. So Aditya, would you suggest this product to the students?
For new coming students, it is certainly it's a thought-provoking item to buy.
Okay.
I mean, it is likely to help them out in navigating around and reaching places in the city or wherever they are going around.
Yeah.
But it is a significant investment, so the students must consider the situation, and they must make the choice whether it is actually worth the investment or not. It is a worthwhile device to have, but whether the choice to buy it at an early stage or a late stage, that is completely dependent on the student that is coming, and their scene. By scene, I mean their financial situation and all the other items.
Yeah, like you have to examine like if you can get the best out of it.
Yeah.
So that's about. Okay, that's great. Thanks, Aditya. So I hope this video will be definitely helpful to you guys. So that's about the video. See you on the next video. Till then, goodbye.